You're watching Cartel TV and I'm Jenny. Today I've got the 2019 Kia Carnival S up for review. Now if you're buying a Carnival, I'm guessing it's probably because you need the space.
And by space, I mean 8 seats. Or you like to move house all in one go, but don't have a truck license.
Now straight up, for those needs, it's perfect, and there are not many vehicles that could match it. The one I have here is the diesel and sadly in the lowest trim level.
It's called S and sits under SI, SLI and Platinum.
Even in the base trim level, it's a pretty decent offer. That's if you need 8 seats.
It's also a facelift model, so it brings a few novelties.
When it comes to design, the changes are relatively minimal.
The front got a minor update, most noticeably on the grille. The wheels are now also different, and there's a few details here and there that hint that this is a new model.
But you have to be pretty perceptive. The boxy yet tidy styling is still apparent, with these large, not so pretty headlights and a confident sideline.
Following the practicality, design continues with the rear, which is simple, upright in shape. And less is definitely more, or better at least. There are 2 engine options. The first one is a 3.3 litre V6 petrol with 206 kilowatts of power and 336 Newton meters of torque.
Now that petrol one is naturally aspirated, so if you want to make use of those numbers, you're going to have to rev it well past 5,000.
The second one is a 2.2 litre inline-4 turbo diesel with 147 kilowatts of power at 3,800 revs per minute and 440 Newton meters of torque from just 1,750 revs per minute.
But we have to remember that the Carnival is not intended for driving pleasure. Kia has the stinger for that.
Aside from comfort and spaciousness, the added torque of the diesel does make up for the lack of power compared to the petrol. Also, having the push available from much lower revs means that you get to use that power more often.
Now, despite this having 4 cylinders instead of the 6 and also noticeably less power, the diesel is still the better engine option.
But don't mistake this for any kind of performance. The 2.2 feels the size and weight of the body.
Now, it does take a little bit of time to feel the push and also loses a bit of oomph as the revs get higher to their top marks.
The 2.2 diesel is smooth and powerful enough for shuffling people around. If that's what you expect it to do, it's good.
8-speed automatic is now standard across all versions, and that is new for the facelift.
Now, what all that translates to in the driver's seat is that it's a really significant upgrade. Having 2 more gears than the previous 6-speed means that the engine spends much more time in comfortable revs, which helps fuel efficiency, reduces noise, and makes every drive more relaxing.
Steering is also nice. It gives good feedback, and it's light, but definitely not too light.
And you do get the feeling you know how the car will react when you turn the steering wheel.
Now, this is really important for a vehicle of this size, and especially when you've got your nearest and dearest in the back.
The brakes impressed me. The first test that included a bit heavier braking was quite interesting.
Now, I did expect a bit of resistance because of the weight, but actually I was pleasantly surprised at the grip of the brakes. And I really like the natural feel when you press down.
Some cars have that point where not enough pressure suddenly becomes too much pressure. Not in the Carnival.
Now, the build-up is smooth and easy to control.
Of course, Kia treats us with dedicated suspension tuning, so the large wheelbase and weight of the over 2,000 kilograms are further aided by suspension that soaks up all our bumps with confidence. So, driving the Carnival is definitely a good experience when it comes to the position and comfort. The interior is designed with its passengers in mind and provides convenience and comfort. There are many charging points in all 3 rows, loads of cup and bottle holders all over the cabin, and the space is really impressive. Expectedly, the front is fitted with large comfortable seats and so much width that even this generous central console does not make the space lacking.
We also expected the second row to have loads of legroom, but really it's just gone above and beyond. I mean, take a look at this. It's legroom city. Legroom city! Yeah, yeah.
The large space is cooled efficiently with 3-zone climate control with even roof vents.
Air vents on the roof are a nice addition and nice and airy. There are no controls in the back here in this trim level, but there is climate control in the front. The seats are very comfortable. I have to say, even this middle one, which if you have a look, kind of looks like they ran out of money and just put a cheap version of it in. It's really not bad. So yeah, thumbs up.
Second row doors slide open very easily, which is a great feature in tight parking spaces or for kidnappings.
Now, something that I love, and I'm sure you'll love too, getting in the back is so easy. It's a huge wide opening and the door opens very easily, slides very smoothly. And to get in the back seat, check this out. Look at the ease of access there. The seats come right up. I don't think I've seen that on another car actually.
An ease and convenience that even the largest SUVs struggle to provide. They split 60-40 and they are spacious for third row seats.
By this stage, I consider myself somewhat of a connoisseur of third rows and have to say the Carnival is refreshingly comfortable. It's spacious, the seats are comfortable, the headrest is adjustable and in a good position, and there's a nice armrest and cup holders. So anyone who's moderately sized is going to have a decently comfortable journey, even on long trips. Yes, thumbs up.
Now, when you drive 8 people somewhere, it's important to have at least some room for their cargo. And with 3 rows of seats all in use, most vehicles are lacking a bit in the boot department. The Kia Carnival has an advantage in this respect.
Now, boot space is impressive, and lengthwise, it's kind of on par with most SUVs. But we do have this really great feature that the third row seats fold flat, giving you a big open space with the second row folded up and forward. Or maybe you've got a full carload and you still have some suitcases. So you could actually pack suitcases on top of each other in this trough underneath the third row. Very impressed.
Still, you will rarely need to drive 8 people and a washing machine in the back at the same time, so dropping third row seats gives you a massive boot space. Apple CarPlay and Android Auto are now also standard for the 2019 facelift. Other improvements for the facelift include loads of new safety tech, but we'll get to that in a minute.
But before that, a summary of the interior. It's simple, practical, and very easy to use. And it's actually quite refreshing to have controls that are just obvious what they do. Air conditioning for front, air conditioning for rear.
If I were to complain about one thing, it would be the fact that it will probably feel a bit dated soon, but that's being picky. Even the entry model that I have here is very safe. It comes with ABS, electronic stability control, traction control, hill side assist, rear parking sensors, rear view camera, dusk sensing headlamps, lane departure warning, autonomous emergency braking, and forward collision warning. Higher trim levels get front sensors, auto dimming mirror, LED headlamps and positioning lamps, high beam assist, fog lamps, blind spot detection, and lane change assist, rear cross traffic alert, 360-degree camera, and more.
Prices for the Carnival start at just under $47,000 for the petrol, and for this bottom feeder of the range in the diesel, just under $50K.
If you want to go all out people moving luxury, then the Platinum Diesel will cost you closer to $68,000.
So, the Carnival.
If you're looking for a proper people carrier that's a comfortable vehicle with 8 seats, versatile interior, plenty of safety tech, and practical interior features,
The Carnival is a top choice for me, and especially at this price. It gets a big tick in all the right boxes. Now, probably should just get my Uber license. Thanks again for watching Cartel TV. And now, if you're in the market for a Carnival, you must have a pretty big family, or maybe you're using it for a sporting team. That's the best I could come up with. But if you're in Australia and you want to buy a Carnival or any other car, the best place to do it is at cleverbuys.com.au. You just head on over, put in all your information, and let the dealers come to you. So easy. See you next time.